So we are going to take a look at Klaviyo's homepage, landing page, main page. If you find them through like the Shopify App Store and click on the developer website link, this is what you're going to find. If you're not aware, Klaviyo does, what would be the best term for this? It's more like personalized marketing. They will help you gather the data and then push out targeted marketing on a more individual basis to different segments of your audience for e-commerce store owners. Now, the reason I feel like that had to be said is because the homepage is slightly confusing. Let's get into this. So usually, first thing that I look for when doing these things is if there's a good flow of the page itself, from headline through subheads. It's very difficult here because the headline that we jump off with is it was never just about email, which I'm not entirely certain what that is trying to say. I mean, if you know them, then you could probably argue that it's about all of these different marketing channels. It's about personalized marketing. It's about whatever. But it's very vague. It's very vague, and it doesn't really set anything up. It doesn't really instill any desire. It doesn't make me feel like I've got a problem that they're able to solve. The subhead there, I feel like this is more of a, we'll go yellow again. That's more of a traditional UVP, unique value prop. Klaviyo is the growth marketing platform built for online businesses. But again, it's vague. It's buzzword fucking bingo. Growth marketing platform. Give me something. Tell me in more direct terms how you are going to help me solve a problem as a store owner. So usually I would use that as like the setup and then, go through all of these subheads, listen, analyze, and act on your customer data, build strong relationships based on customer data, unlock customer insights to grow your business faster, and delight customers with highly relevant messages during these great brands. So I would usually start with that headline, which is usually like all that UVP at the top, the old value prop, and work my way through and see if there's a good flow and if everything builds towards that major value proposition and builds towards that key message that they are trying to communicate. Can I get rid of this thing at the bottom? No. Frustrating. But it's very difficult to do because this is so generic at the top. What's further more annoying is, let's go blue, but then really, I don't think that's, all right, cool, we got 25% opacity. This area here, this is a video that is on a loop. Now the video, it's a looped video. This looped video still doesn't help me understand what it is they do. It is, I mean, you've got one bit where it looks like some people are folding up a parachute, used to play with those parachutes at school. That moves on to some people like hand wash, I think, or hand moisturizer, like the pump top things in a store, and then people putting those in packages. And then it moves on to like this lady sat here looking at this stuff in the background, which is maybe, a product category for a store. But it's not really related. It doesn't support the message, but then the message isn't really there. So it's very, very confusing. Like this above the fold section hasn't helped me really. What I would do is I think this here is a much better start of a UVP. Listen, analyze, and act on your customer data. Okay, so then I would change that and I would get more sort of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Sort of user centric on it. I can't write. Use it. I get you more user centric on it. So listen, analyze, and act on your customer data. Okay, but then how is that going to help your customer, your clients? How is it going to help them? So, from what I understand, and I've never used this service, from what I understand from some very brief research, it's personalized marketing across multiple channels. So offer individual shopping experiences across multiple channels. And then this little bit here, Could be the subhead, which is like engage with individuals on Facebook, email, something in there about basing it on their actions. But basically, I would tie it back to exactly what you're helping them achieve. Because at the minute, it seems too vague to me. This, to me, seems like it's a better value prop if you could make it more user-centric. But at the minute, it seems a little too vague, the whole thing. And this is obviously the most important section, this. So it's from like here to here, I guess the fold would be. You're going to lose 50% of people after that. So more specific value prop here at the top, I think would work wonders, because it was never just about email. Is a bit like, it's very rare that a brand can get away with something so vague. You need to be an absolute fucking behemoth. Like Nike or Nike can get away with just do it because they're Nike. The less known a brand is, the more specific I think these have to get. And while Klaviyo is quite well known within like the e-commerce world, I still feel like that could be much more specific. There's a middle ground in there that's being missed. Offer personalized shopping experiences for your users. Klaviyo helps, or Klaviyo allows you to push specific recommendations to individuals through their preferred channel, something like that. Do you know what I mean? But really more specific, because at the minute it's way too vague. I do very much like this here. Let's put orange for social proof. This I love, this I love, this I love. A couple of things that I would say could help improve this. So I love this because, one, it's a huge brand, Unilever, massive. It is very relevant to what they offer. Obviously, if this top part here was a little more specific, this bit here would really build on that. Across many of our brands, we've started to rely on Klaviyo as the most important tools to help organize, understand, and take action on our customer information in the most effective way. So if that headline was more specific about individual personalized shopping experiences, using that data that you've got to really talk to individual customers, that testimonial would really build on that. It's a great one anyway, just because it's so detailed and it comes from such a big brand. 20,000 plus businesses of all sizes rely on Klaviyo to help them grow. Again, wonderful, good bit of social proof. I would add into that 20,000 part, God, it's getting dark out. I would add into that 20,000 part the ratings on the Shopify store and G2 Crowd, because I've had a quick look and it's like high 4s out of 5. I remember the G2 Crowd was 4.6 out of 5. So a little area here which has like G2 and then little star, look at that, 4.6 out of 5, and the same here for the Shopify store. That would just, I think, because 20,000 stores is impressive, to have 20,000 stores and an almost perfect rating is even more impressive. And it acts almost as a guarantee, If 20,000 stores are using this and you've got an almost perfect rating, I'm more confident that you're going to help me solve my problem. This, yellow for messaging. Building relationships online is no different than in person. You need to listen to customers, process and understand what they're saying directly and indirectly, and add on that insight in real time. Most software complicates and extends this process, never delivering what you really need. With Klaviyo, you can have an idea in the morning and deliver by the afternoon. So what are the key messages there? Because you've got a couple, right? So obviously it's listen, analyze, act on your customer data. So you need to listen to customers, process and insights. So you're basically saying that listening to customers, processing and understand what they're saying is difficult. So this is difficult. And to do it well, you need to act on that insight in real time. I like most software complicates and extends this process, because you're making it seem like you are a software who does not do this, which gives it that element of sort of you're making it much easier for them. So you've highlighted that there is a difficult issue, you're making it easier, and that you're also fast. So you've got some speed of implementation there. I like the message there that's trying to be delivered, that understanding and acting on what your customers want is difficult. You're one of the few services who make this easier, and you make it so that people can roll out new campaigns faster. However, I feel like it's a little wordy and it could probably be cut down. But generally, I like that message. I think that this probably headline could be bolstered if... Oh, no. Dropping my pen. This little subhead here could be bolstered in some way. Because at the minute, it's just a statement of what you can do. There's something there that you can add that's a bit more benefit driven. Now this bit here makes me think that there's been little thought put into the actual layout, because this, I'm running out of highlight colours. I'm going to have to hit the wheel soon. Go red. So I'm going to do it as a box. So this section here, and this is nitpicky, but this is left justified, right? So it's all on the left. All of the rest go right justified, left justified, right justified, but they have an image on the opposite side. This has no image. This could be much better as just being center justified. I feel like that would clean up the page a lot. It would make that text seem less intimidating in how long it is, and it's very short text, but it could be, sort of punched up a bit. So obviously then this is getting back into those messages, because we have listen, analyze, act. Listen, analyze, act. Ta-da. So there's a good flow between that. As I was saying earlier, I usually look for that flow between that main value prop and further down to make sure that it's all building towards a single idea and message. Listen, build strong relationships based on customer data. It's a bit... Okay, cool. It's... I don't know, there's something missing there for me. It's not bad, but it's not good either. One thing that I also dislike are these drop-downs. I don't like them for a number of reasons. The CTA learn more, it's just a weak CTA. Gather all the information you need about your customers and subscribers in one single view. Why could these not be bullet pointed so that they're not having to be drop-downs? I know that when you click on them, it changes the image that is on the side of it to be relevant to whichever bit that is, like customer profiles. I'm also wondering about some of the relevance, some of these things. Build strong relationships based on customer data integrations. Now, let me check on my laptop actually one here. What is under integrations? Because this screen grab hasn't got it. Integrations, it says, integrate with leading e-commerce platforms and tools like BigCommerce, Magento, Shopify, Stripe, WooCommerce, and more. Does that have anything to do with building stronger relationships based on customer data? Not really. There's a disconnect there, I think, between that subhead and what's being communicated underneath. Forms and personalization. Use e-commerce sign-up and pop-up forms to create and sustain personalized conversations with customers. Better, but it's not about building strong relationships. That's about lead generation. You've kind of taken the focus from what you're helping them achieve, which is build strong relationships, and gone straight into how you're doing some of these things, but how you're doing some of these things are not related to what you're helping them achieve, if that makes sense. So I would switch out so customer profiles I think is all right, but integrations and forms and personalization, I would change those up to be more relevant and related to that subhead, build strong relationships based on customer data. At the minute they seem a little too far removed, and it detracts from that main message. It detracts from that message. It's all over the place a bit. And the whole thing has been a bit off so far because we've got a very vague headline and subhead that aren't really a value prop. It's just a weird mention about it was not about email and that you're a growth marketing platform. Then you've got what should be a value prop. Then you build back onto that value prop, and the message underneath the value prop is pretty good. And then it goes off again. So it's kind of like, I'm not sure what's trying to be communicated here. Anyway, moving on. Unlock customer insights to grow your business faster. Segmentation, worry less about manually maintaining lists since segments update automatically. Okay. So it's not directly stated there how that is going to unlock customer insights, but anybody worth their salt in this sort of industry knows that, this ties in for unlock customer insights and faster. And faster is always better. Because manually maintaining lists can take a long time. I'm going through it at the minute with a client. It is a pain in the arse. Having those update automatically is much faster, but it will also give you a better understanding of different segments and what they need and how to better market to people. Spend more time on new ideas to grow your business. Perfect. I think that's fine. It's not an explicit statement of what's promised in that subhead, but anybody in this industry should know. Data science, I can't open it on this, but it says use predictive analytics rooted in data science. Weird comma. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. To save time and grow your business faster. I'm not a huge fan of having to grow your business under segmentation and to grow your business faster into data science. I feel like that's just lazy to put the same benefit in the same words twice. Surely unlock customer insights to grow your business faster, to grow your business faster. It's a bit like, I understand about hammering home the point and the power of repetition, but to do it in exactly the same words seems a bit odd. Predictive analytics rooted in data science to save time and grow your business faster. Use predictive analytics rooted in data science to better target your promotions or something. You know what I mean? There's something else there. Unlock customer insights to grow your business faster. Use predictive analytics. It's the same format as the subhead, really. Something needs to be changed there. And I shouldn't really be trying to do this on video because it'll probably take a bit longer and some more reading, and I'm concentrating on doing the video rather than doing good work. But there goes the dog. He's been a shit today. There's something there, but I'm just going to sit here and just try and think about it, and it's not going to happen right now because my attention's not on trying to actually rewrite this. Reporting. Explore real-time activity feeds for up-to-date customer information. Report on revenue and things that matter most to your business. It's clunkily worded. Real-time activity feeds provide up-to-date information. Stay more agile. Figure out what's working right now. It's related to the subhead. Okay, and down we go. So that one's not bad. I would reword some of the endings because you've got. Let's go back to yellow for messaging. Grow your business faster. Grow your business there, and there is an exact word for grow your business faster in data science. So I feel like that kind of needs to be changed up a bit. But generally, those three little things are quite tightly related to the subhead. Delight customers with highly relevant messages. Automation. Automate prospect and customer communications using customer lifetime value, life cycle stage, and more. That's not really related to that subhead. Talking about highly relevant messages. That's the key bit here, is highly relevant messages. And this is about automating prospect and customer communications using CLV. I guess that you could say because you're using CLV lifecycle stage and more. I don't know, but the focus on automation there, there's something that I feel like that should be flipped somewhat. Send targeted messages automatically based on there's something there, but it feels a bit of a disconnect again, because highly relevant messages automation is like, oh, a lot of people don't think of automated as being highly relevant. Obviously incorrectly, because when done well it can be, but yeah. Social advertising. Dynamically transfer data to and from Facebook and Instagram to create relevant messages. To and from Facebook, yeah, okay. Deliver consistent experiences and build stronger relationships. I quite like that. Bit buzzwordy with dynamically transfer data to and from. It's not that bad. Deliver consistent experiences and build stronger relationships. Okay, campaigns. Create highly targeted emails to build strong relationships and make more money. I mean, that's always the goal, isn't it, to make more money? But also seems a bit weak. Create highly targeted emails. How so? At least in the automation section, it's like telling you how those highly relevant messages are there. I think the message in automation is good. I think the way it's delivered is maybe could just be polished. Under campaigns, it's just like, again, it's just reiterating in pretty much the same words. Highly relevant messages, create highly targeted emails. There's nothing there that sort of tells me how this is going to be easier, how this is going to be better than the way I'm doing it now. So the impetus for me to switch to this service is not quite there with that bit. Generally, though, these three are pretty well related to that subhead. I just feel like it was which one was it? Build strong relationships based on customer data, kind of let it down on that messaging. It kind of got a bit off topic. Join these great brands today. Again, good social proof, some good brands in there that people will know. And that's it for that actual page. We'll go back and look at a few other bits. I like the design. I like the flow. I think that the messaging between the value prop and what's being used as the headline at the minute, because to me this is the value prop: listen, analyze and act on your customers' data. We could make that a bit more user-centric, beef that out. I think it would be more impactful. I think the flow then would work better with that as the UVP. Obviously we need to switch a few things about. It was never just about email. Klaviyo's, I don't like that at all. I don't like this whole above the fold section, if I'm being honest. It's just, I just don't like it. But anyway, let's switch to green for some CTAs. Oh no, that's not going to work because it's all green text. Let's go orange. No, I've done orange for social proof. Damn it. All right, let's pick a colour. Let's go purple. So we've got request demo up here. Nice, direct, straightforward. Can't really argue with request demo. Maybe the inclusion of the word free. Always help. Get started. It's a bit weak. If you click this, it just brings up a form that takes over the whole page. It's like a pop-up lightbox form, so the rest of the page gets, I would say, greyed out, but I believe it's purpled out. Just to fill in your things. I feel like it's a bit lazy. If the value prop was a little stronger, tie that CTA into the value prop. So if it was listen, analyze, and act on your customer data, you'd be like, find out your customer's biggest need now. Obviously shortened. I wonder if there's a way that there's like a free level service where you can give people like a quick audit. So it just pulls in data from Shopify, and you can give them like, your biggest segment is X. So not really actionable stuff, but just to give them a taste of how some of the customer data stuff works. I don't like the learn mores. I feel like they could be really beefed up. What I would do is, I don't like these drop downs and then learn more, so I feel like it's overcomplicated. And I know that obviously this is so that the image on the right hand side can change. There's a couple of ways that you could change that. You could choose, you could do, can I draw on this? No, okay. let me go down the bottom. A couple of ways, right? So you could do the one thing where, let's say it's on the left, you'll have the subhead here, 1, 2, 3 bullet points, and on the right, you could have sort of image of point 1 overlapped with image of point 2 overlapped with image of point 3, or you could do it as the old what's it way. So you got the let's change back to black. So you could have the subhead and 1, 2, 3, title of what it is, title of what it is, title of what it is, little description, little description, little description. Boom, boom, boom. And then you've still got all of the images and everything. But the way it works at the minute, you're hiding information that people might want to find. The CTA is weak, it needs to be changed. Learn more is just, I've never liked learn more as a CTA. It is the go-to when people aren't sure what to write. But yeah, overall, I think if you get rid of that header's gone, and I think if this bit here was beefed up as the value prop, I think the flow then of the messaging is quite good. Needs polishing in places, but I think the flow then of the messaging is quite good. I would just make that value prop more prominently featured in the fold, and the video or image or whatever you go with there more tied to that value prop. Because at the minute it feels like that top section is, I don't know why it's, I don't know what it will achieve. I would be very interested to see the heat maps for this, to see what the drop-off rate is, because I think the fold on desktop goes to about here. So you get the start of the social proof. It wouldn't surprise me if you'd lose over 50% by there. I don't need to write that down there. Yeah. Generally, I think the flow is pretty good after that. I think that top bit's confusing. Design otherwise is actually quite nice, apart from the drop downs. I just don't think hiding information from people and making them click more than they have to is really a smart idea. With good copy, you could really summarize that and get it out there in much shorter, succinct terms. And that's Klaviyo. Let me know what you think.